Fire crews in the Cajon Pass have stopped the spread of a brush fire at 4 acres. This started early this afternoon when 2 semis were involved in a crash on I-15 in the Kenwood Truck Bypass. According to San Bernardino Fire, 1 person suffered minor injuries. No structures were threatened, and crews have secured a containment line around that burn area. The cause of the big rig crash still isn't clear tonight.
What's going on, everyone? Julian with Heritage. Happy Monday. It is, what, December 15th today? But just wanted to get on here and make a little video about recapping our weekend. So, for weekends, I alternate. I'm there every other weekend, which is payroll. So, guys get paid every other Friday, and then Saturdays I'm there just doing overtime checks and a couple things around the office. But this Saturday, on the 13th, I thought it was going to be an easy day. I woke up, I went and played a round of golf with my brother-in-law, and made it to the office pretty early. I helped out with some deliveries, some pickups, just the guys were swamped. And then around 1:30, almost 2 o'clock, I was getting ready to leave. We had a birthday party to go to here in Riverside, and I get a call from a tow company that we have a partnership with. Basically, whenever they have trucks that are burning or anything that requires a cleanup on the side of the freeway, we end up taking care of it for them. A lot of times it's just dumpsters. They need dumpsters. They have one skid steer, but in this scenario, I get a call right before 2 o'clock. Okay, we're gonna need you. We had a tractor trailer that was pulled over on the side, and another tractor trailer crashed into it. It started, they both caught fire, and then it led into a shrub fire up a hill, and then kind of a pretty big area. Not sure how many acres, but so I was like, all right, let me call my wife. Obviously, they're getting ready to go to this birthday party, and yeah, I get a truck ready and I shoot down there. It took me about 45 minutes to get down there. It's in the Devore area, if you guys are familiar with Southern California. It's where the 215 and the 15 meet, right before you go up the hill towards Victorville. But that's where it was at. And I get there a little bit after 3 o'clock, and the trucks are still burning. So it's a hurry up and wait kind of game. We wait for a couple hours, and then we wait for a couple more. By this time, it's going to be 7 o'clock, and around 8 o'clock is when we actually start doing work. They ordered one 40-yard dumpster, but just by looking at the amount of debris, I knew that it was going to be multiple dumpsters. So I ended up calling Alex, who's behind the camera here, to go back to the yard, or to go to the yard, grab our skid steer with grapple and a smooth bucket attachment. Then I called Jose to jump in another truck and bring another container. And by 7 o'clock, they were already there. I called them around 5 o'clock. So obviously, they had to travel to the yard, grab all that equipment, get it ready, and then drive over there. So about 2 hours. We started loading everything up. This truck kept catching fire again. The wind was just picking up, and it was reigniting the truck. But basically, Roaring Dots Towing was able to lift the frames out and load them up on a landau, which then kind of cleared the way for us to clean up all the debris. Once the debris was all cleared up, then we had to make sure that it's back to normal condition. So we had to use a sweeper attachment, which we have our own sweeper attachment. For this fire, Roaring Dots use their skid steer and sweeper. So that way we didn't have to bring it out. That thing's massive, so we would have had to take another trailer with it. But long story short, from start to finish, I was there for almost 15 hours. Alex and Jose were there for 12 hours. And 3 40s full of burned debris. Now we have to get approval by the county to dispose of all this debris. So now we have 3 containers that we can't use for, you know, probably a few weeks. So obviously we're charging storage fees for those. All right, guys, so we're back. Our camera died the last time we were trying to finish this video, but since that point, it's been about 2 weeks, and we still haven't got the approval to dump here at our local landfill. And so we still have these containers sitting at our yard. Obviously, like I was talking about in the last video, is how we were gonna have to be charging storage fees because these containers can't be used while we have them filled up with all this burned debris. And the type of debris that was in there, I mean, well, obviously it was 2 different tractors that caught fire. One of them had like paper goods, and then the other one had a bunch of paint bottles like hair dye and a whole bunch of other stuff. So I think we should be getting that approval here rather soon. Just because of the holidays, it was a little bit delayed. Couldn't get a hold of a lot of people, but if you look here, it's what used to be a part of a trailer, I guess you can call it. There's a tire there, a bunch of metal and just ash and paint bottles, you name it, it's there. But yeah, so hopefully within this week we should get the approval, start dumping them. That way we don't have to keep them here. It still smells very smoky. All right, guys, so just kind of recapping this whole video. Obviously, it's not something that we want to do on a daily basis, just because it's kind of sad where semi trucks and big vehicles are getting into accidents. But when it happens, obviously you have the right people showing up. Obviously, a lot of these bigger tow companies, first responders, for sure. And then if there's debris along the way, then we'll get out there and help out a little bit. But nonetheless, container needs to get dumped. And yeah, other than that, appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you on the next video.